Maskati, Maniru, Mangwanani, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever time you find yourself listening to Hannah Shenanigans. Hey, welcome back if you're back again. Wow, so I am excited about this adventure series because, like last time I said, I love adventures, I love traveling. But when we're talking about this particular adventure series, I'm talking about adventure, the adventure of what life is and what it takes to be on this adventure. And if you have not been on adventures before, I don't think anyone has never been on an adventure. It's just that sometimes they don't know. But in the podcast, I'm going to be talking about, being intentional about your adventures and just looking at life as an adventure. And are you ever prepared? So in this second installment of this series, I'll be looking at being prepared. There. Being prepared. So please comment, like, subscribe. I don't know. Let's have a chat about it. If you've never been on an adventure and you'd like me to help you be on an adventure or plan an adventure in 2024, call me. You'll have my details. If you don't have my details, email me at creativity@gmail.com. The details will be down there. Right, so let's talk about being prepared for podcast, for adventure. I know, like I said, some people are not sure if we're ever fully prepared. Are we ever fully prepared for an adventure? Last time I spoke of two types. There's one that you actually plan for, and the adventure that you don't. And even the ones that you plan for, are you fully prepared? And I'm just going to look at it from three perspectives: expectations of your adventures, essentials, things to carry, and extras. And we'll talk about them as we go on. Now I'm going to talk about, are we ever fully prepared? The easy answer is no. Of course not. We can never be prepared, no matter if we know even the weather report, we get ready with the weather, we pack the right clothes and shoes. It's the same thing with life. You can actually do the right things and then suddenly tornado, tsunami, earthquake, volcano, or great weather, better weather than you thought. So we can never be fully prepared. But does that mean we shouldn't be prepared? No, of course not. You should always then prepare yourself, be ready. And then if the eventualities come, you deal with them. Remember, I talked about fully embracing it all. So first of all, expectations. When you go on a journey, you should have expectations. Well, unfortunately, journeys like life, no one really gives you the expectations. When you are born and you cry as you get out of the comfort of your mother's womb, you weep because it's cold and uncomfortable. And that's exactly what happens a lot of times through life, right? We go through life weeping because it's cold, it's uncomfortable. We have to change every now and again. But I think it's good. When you become an adult, there comes a point in time where the expectations, and these expectations, sorry, let me just remove these glasses. They're shiny. So expectations, what happens is there are different people who have different expectations. We're going to start with yourself. What expectations do you have for your life journey? This is where we talk about vision boards and we talk about planning. And the expectations are loaded. For example, time, intensity. Those two things are the major things I can think of when you're going on an adventure. Of course, there's so many other things to expect. Who to meet, who are you going to meet, what are you going to eat, what are you going to wear, all those things you might expect. What feeling are you going to get from the adventure, right? What do you hope to achieve? So, for example, when we're talking about solitude season, that is most probably the quietest adventure you could go on to. But when you go on retreat, you expect that when you come back, you're revived, you're ready to go. You can deal with life situations calmly and considerably. Like, you can consider your situations. You don't just react, you respond, which is a lesson that we have in the confidence building lecture season that we have every 12 weeks. And yeah, so expectations from you yourself. Then there's people who have expectations of you, of you. So for example, let's say if you get into a plane such as this one, you are told the expectations by the hosts, by the pilot. They tell you, they give you ETA, expected time of arrival. You expect that you leave the place at a certain time. So there are expectations. Are you aware of the expectations you have in life? Do you have timelines? Are you serious about the timelines? Who do you inform about those timelines? And do people inform you about the timelines that they have for you? And sometimes these expectations, of course, might not really, do they align with what you are doing? So now imagine, and I've heard this, somebody who went to Austria instead of Australia. I think it was one of the things that they said about, I read it somewhere. It was weird that people actually get onto the wrong flight, go all the way to Europe instead of going to Australia because of the confusion. That expectation is so funny. Yes, and so when sometimes expectations do not align, the people that you're traveling with are not the people you should be going in the same direction with. And you need to correct that. The expectations that others have of you and the ones you have for yourself, are they aligning? Not all the time. And it's important to know when to deal with those expectations and manage them effectively if you are going to live an adventurous life. Sometimes, yes, we do fulfill other people's expectations. Sometimes we break their hearts, and it's all right. And then one of the things I dislike about traveling is packing. Oh, I hate packing. But I've done it so many times, and now I know essentials, right? So I almost always, well, most of the time, essentials, you almost always pack them last because you use them even in your daily life. For example, your toothbrush, your underwear, your toothpaste, lotion, Vaseline, like it's those things, you use them every day, right? So they're essential. You use them in your day-to-day life. You're going to use them even on a vacation or wherever you're going to travel to. But they say you should pack your essentials first. So it should ideally have a travel toothbrush, right? Instead of your everyday toothbrush is the one that you take on traveling, if you can afford it. So sometimes in life, just like when you are packing, in life you need to also identify what is essential, who is essential, right? And why are they essential? There are things that you need to pack, things that you need to leave behind. Well, we're going to talk about extras after this, but essentials is the non-negotiables. Your values, right? Those things that bring you joy should be part of the essentials of your living adventurously. Now, how do I put this in a way that you can truly envisage it? Now, think about something that you really like. For example, you like sleeping, like you like sleep as an essential thing. You need good deep sleep for you to function very, very well. Now, on your adventure, how are you going to sleep? When are you going to sleep? What sort of bed, mattress, and all those things? Some of these things that we hold dear. Even the quality of the sheets that you're going to sleep in. What are they? So you're probably going to invest in your essentials and make sure that you do. And sometimes people don't understand your essentials because they're different, they're subjective. Someone's essentials might be somebody's luxuries. Do not dumb yourself down so that you can satisfy someone who doesn't understand your essentials. In the same breath, someone else's essentials might just be nonsense to someone. So, for example, if you've got a teddy bear that you like to snuggle with, of course, they're essential. So that teddy bear goes with you everywhere, right? And so it's the same with life. So if you need your religion to keep you sane, you need your relatives, your family, your siblings, your parents. They are essential on your journey. You should know that they are and treat them as such. Because unfortunately, sometimes we treat the essentials as if they're extras, and we stand a chance of leaving them behind or losing them. Then extras, of course, there's extras. There's things that I've right now on this picture. To be honest, there's no extra. I for one will always travel with a notebook, with a journal. Whether I use it or not on the trip, that's a different situation, but I will go so I can write down stuff. I can write it down for my tomorrow so I can immerse and relive the day. But I want to just say, like, as much as, and this picture probably is a reminder of when I neglected an essential and treated it as if it was an extra. This notebook in particular, I bought it when I was at this place, and it was so hard for me to get this notebook. It was not an extra. It was a very essential. So extras are some of the stuff that you don't need, or that you put in just in case. So your just in case umbrella, just in case raincoat, just in case socks, extra t-shirt, extra boots, whatever. And in life, again, you will have things that are extras. That do you really need them, or they are backup? So I think there's a difference. We need to also be aware of the difference between an extra and a backup. An extra is something that you can actually do without. You don't necessarily need it, right? But a backup is one of those things that, yes, they will help in case of emergency. There's a difference. And when you're living adventurously, sometimes extras will weigh you down, and they may also shift your focus from what is important. This is when I then say you are majoring on the minor things of life. How many things in your life are just extras, and you can really get rid of them so that you can make your journey lighter, you can enjoy it better? I don't know, that's really up to you to decide. But hey, it's part of the adventure. And if you would like Hannah to plan a retreat for you, or an adventure for you and your friends and your loved one, do get in touch in the comments or send an email. I'll give you the details at the end of this video. And everything that I say, remember, always comes from my heart, and I hope it finds its way to yours. Mwah. Love and light, my sweethearts. May you have such a beautiful day, whatever you're going to be doing, or night if you're going to be sleeping. Have the sweetest of dreams. Bye.